Hello, my lovelies. Well, hello, Welsh girl. Hello, Kelsey. Oh, my beautiful mod. So let's get this. My beautiful mod, Kelsey. So, are you Mandy? Are you Bob? So, just a Welsh girl, are you sweetheart? So, just waiting for narrative to turn up. Once he turns up, I'll put the link out there for him. So, if he comes in the live chat, you can let me know that he's here. I was planning to have Cookie on, but I set that up before I got an answer from Cookie. Oh, we were put out now narrative before I got an answer from Cookie, and it looks like Cookie has been offline for a couple of days. So sadly, Cookie won't be able to appear. So it will just be me and narrative. Unless Mandy, do you want to jump on if you feel like or not? Up to you, sweetheart. How are you, Fraggle? Yeah, it's all been it's been interesting, isn't it? Been absolutely interesting. But Dr. Akpul, I mean, I've always said I know where Dr. Akpul's coming from. Put three fingers up, Craig, for me. Craig, put three fingers up for me. Now put one finger up. Now put one finger up. Come on, don't take all day. Put one finger up. Now put 8 fingers up.
I'm done. Well, are you a performing monkey? What the fuck? I swear, I was what the fuck?
I know, very nice, very nice. But yet, I was just saying, Dr. Akpul, do you know what? I don't know why Sheriff and JDP is getting so wound up by him. That's what Dr. Akpul does. When he starts saying those things about me, I just had to pop back at him. I don't take him seriously. That's what he does.
You've had back and forths over the years, are you with him?
Yeah, he just does that. And I mean, he's not a bad friend. I've met him, you know. We've actually met each other, you know.
I only thought you'd met Video Craig.
No, I met Dr. Akpul. I went down to London and he said, "Do you want to meet up?" So I said, "Okay," and we got together. You know, well, I'm not saying too much, but I'm telling you now, oh, God, I tell you, he's got a lucky wife there, a lucky wife.
Yeah, he's good.
I mean,
he's good, man.
But let's put it this way: that tongue can get into nooks and crannies. I didn't know I had. I didn't know I had them. What? Talk about dynamo tongue, blade and hell. It was. Let's put this way. Let's put this way. I had to use a ring cushion when I was coming back on the train. I did. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. I've held back, man. Banter JDP. Why are you jumping on, man?
I don't particularly want him on. He's a horrible album.
Okay, it's up to you. It's up to you. But like, yeah, man. Yeah. Banter JDP, man. You turned on me because of day like Chris Murphy. What a little bitch, man. You know what I mean? I did thought Murphy was all right, but fucking hell, man. I wouldn't turn on you if you had a difference of opinion on somebody else. You know what I mean?
Well,
very weird, very strange.
This is the thing, Craig, right? Dr. Akpul said it. He's turned around and said, "Why is he fighting Chris Murphy's battles?" And Dr. Akpul said, "Chris Murphy has done a runner," which he has. He's gone into hiding, and he's waiting for him to do it. So, you know.
Now, you threw me under a bus, man. When you started doing only go out at night, like, because to avoid getting caught by the pip. I read that, and that was fair. Once you said that was fair game, man.
Wait a minute, Kate. Wait a minute, Craig. Here we are, Chris, G. Come on, have it out. Instead of giving it all the hard man, you know, in the live chat. Come on, and have
that's it. Him and Liam's thing, man. Like, I'm up for verbals, but I'm not fighting shit, man. You did say something about my pip in a comment. I read it with my own fucking eyes, man. You said the reason I'll go out at night is because I'll get caught because of my pip. I know what you meant. Fucking hell, I'm not stupid.
Mandy,
I don't know where it was. Oi, and that's another thing, man. You go on about comments, man. I'm obsessed with cars. Carry on, I'm sorry, man.
I was just going to say, Mandy, he's always watching me. Look, did you hear this mate Chris? I put it in the last video, he said that when he was watching me by Atwood and by Wildman, he was staring at me groin. I mean, I don't blame him. I am hot. I'm sexy. And this is the same Chris. Just let's play this. Just let's play this. You know about men in dresses? Though I'd like to see you pull a picture up with me wearing a dress. Let's play you what Chris said.
Well, we just having a nice day out in Blackpool. Me and you together, Blackpool, dragged up, yeah?
Are you not telling us something there? Are you not telling us something, Jake? The two you dragged up in Blackpool. Do you usually do the drag scene? I tell you now, the ones that go on the most are the ones that are trying to bleed and hide. Are you one of these ones that you said?
JDP, go I'm going to be talking about you, man. Fucking hell, take rocket science, is it? I did do a video to talk about you now, you know what I mean? Because I ain't it for the cash, man. And he goes, oh, if you ain't it for the money on here, you must be a sado. No, I'm just having a laugh, man. And he goes on about Facebook, find some real friends, man. I've got real friends on Facebook, man.
Here we are. JDP,
you know, I use this for a laugh.
Great. JDP, I'm as much of a strange bloke as that bleeding bruiser that your papa's shagging. Let's put it that way. If that isn't a man, if that isn't a man that he's with, or a very butch-looking woman, so as much of a bloke as she is.
If I don't know, I think it was lesbian. And he would banter would. If you don't know who was, you'd probably think, oh, she's probably a lesbian, man. Wouldn't you banter, man? Be honest.
She's bleeding out. What I've seen, God, what? I bet he comes out that bedroom with some bruises. I bet he does. I bet he bleeding does. But yeah, but you know, it's this mate who's the one that likes wearing dresses. He actually did a video. I was looking for it before, but he's taken it down. Where he's wearing the little girl's fairy dress, you know, little tutu with wings on, going around with the one going, yeah, being an idiot. And I thought, your old mate gets off by dressing up. He doesn't only dress up as a bleeding want to dress up as a woman. He wants to dress up as a little girl.
Come on, banter, man. It comes across. You know, Chris Murphy, so you say, you know, friends of his and stuff like that. We don't, man. So we just see what we see. So I'm going to have that opinion, man. And if that was anybody else on the other side, you'd be all over it, man, calling them a threat to women and everything. And you know you would, man. So just
that's what I said. It would get legs on it. It would, and he'd try to get it to be a scandal if that was happening. But now, we're not supposed to think about that because it's his mate. God, and another thing, let's point this out. And I'm not being horrible. I'm not being horrible. It's fact. Anyone that can look at Chris Murphy, you tell me that you can't see that there's either some kind of substances. He says that there isn't. But if there isn't substance there, he's got some kind of disorder.
I thought he was there, but he might be jumping around on the coke, you know, because I don't know about that conviction for the coke thing. So he might be off his face on that while he's doing it.
What's he saying here? A bloke, IA pretending. A bloke, IA. I've never claimed to. Have you ever heard me claim to be a woman, Craig?
No.
If I have said to you, I'm a woman. Look, honest to God, I can look in the mirror. And if I looked in the mirror and thought, oh, what a pretty woman, I must have known some of the ugliest women walking this planet, because I can assure you I'd have to go through some kind of LSD or something to look in the mirror and see a woman looking back at me. So I've never claimed to be a woman. I'm someone that I'm intersex. I like wearing makeup. when I feel like it. I like wearing women's jewelry. I like women's shoes. I hate women's dresses. I only ever wear men's clothes. And you've got to remember, I grew up, my teenage years were in the 80s when gender bending was all the craze.
You wear theatrical stuff, don't you? I think. It ain't like dresses, it's like theatrical.
That's it. That photo there is not where you see with makeup on. That's not trying to fool anyone into thinking that I'm a woman. You can tell. I'm not trying to make myself look like a woman. You'll never see me putting on fake boobs or anything.
You never know.
And this, he goes on about mental health. You mean mental health like you make Chris Murphy? And this is another thing he does. He goes on and goes on, no using this horrible term, crayonesis. Do you want to look at your mate Chris Murphy and tell me that that's normal behavior he comes out with? Because it isn't. And also, God help your children if one of them turn out to have learning difficulties or any kind of struggles. Because would you want a father who uses a horrible term like crayonesis and goes around calling people handicapped as an insult? Horrible, horrible.
I hope you don't say I hate arming with video Craig banter, man. JDP, man. Fucking hell. Is that what your synopsis is? Or am I? Well, they're all in a gang. You turned into Paddy Conroy, man. But it's just video Craig. That's there, man.
I'm just amazed.
I don't like the taste of Crayola. I've never given my view on this crayon eating thing. I know what he means, man. It's some thick kid at the back of the class eating crayons, eh?
He's talking about he's not talking about thick. He's talking about someone with a child with learning difficulties. That's thrown at crayon. Like window licking.
Well, they would have learning difficulties, wouldn't they, if them chewing crayons? So I suppose you can look at it that way.
That's what this father, this good father, talks like. He mocks and jeers people and slags them off and uses hate speech that is aimed at children, basically.
Yeah. And I only said about him the dealing thing, like, because what he said, I was in the alley, like, and I said, no, that's you dropping it off. I was just like saying back to you what you were saying to me, man, about the burner phone, man. That's why you get up at 6 o'clock, because the smarter guy before you, he's got the late shift, man, where it's all happening, and you get the shit shift where you've got fucking from 6 till 12, man. That fucking phone ringing off the up, man.
JDP, why don't you jump on? Come on, pussy, wow. Come on, jump on. Don't be scared. I'll be gentle with you. I'll be gentle with you.
I don't cheat on my partner, man. Never cheated on my partner.
I'm surprised he's got one. I mean, bloody hell. Do you know what, ladies? This is what I keep on saying. You know, before you lay on your back, open your legs and think, I'll have a baby, make sure that what's getting on top of you isn't something that's being dragged up, uneducated, and an absolute moron. And then, you know, that's the best way to go ahead with it. Then you won't have many problems in life, or you'll shorten the prospect of problems. Be careful who you breed with.
What you watching, man? Come on, let us know, man. What's JDP watching? What film?
Who?
He's trying to think of one. JDP says he's watching a film, man. I don't believe him. This is his film, man.
He's scared of me. He's scared of the man in a dress. You're scared, aren't you? Come on, I'll show you. Here, do you want a flash of me sussies? I'll give you a flash of me sussies if you come on. JDP. Oh, God, to tell you, my legs would win a beauty competition. They would. Don't forget ex-ballet dancer. Oh, I've got some legs on me. Actually, they're not. I never had very pretty legs.
So, what do you think about the sheriff, man? You said you liked him.
It's not.
I've got no love lost for him. But come on, JDP, man, you've got to know that is a lie about the train, about sheriff. You know it is there, man. That's why I wouldn't report on it. I wouldn't report on that because it ain't true, man.
Wow, pussy. Wow, wow. Wow! Just think 6'4" and a
I'll just call him Jay. Why do you think he got what was it, the curfew as well? Chris Murphy. What do you think the curfew was for? So they go around at night and do something. You know, I get to question it. You his mate, man. So you biased. I'm just from the outside looking in, man.
Oh, do you know what? If he just have the nerve to come on, get the backbone, come on. But he's too scared of me. I don't know why he's scared of me. All right,
I'll see the video with Jimmy Newman. I'll change the subject. Well, come on, will he? Jimmy Newman called us all like, what did I call us anything really? But like, he's told us all to stop acting like kids and stuff like that. You know.
But the thing is, Jimmy Newman, he can't talk. I mean, I've got nothing against Jimmy Newman, but he can't talk the way he used to carry on. I mean, he was the one that was buying, which was discussing Scotty G. He was buying Scotty G gear so he could make videos with him.
I know, yeah, I know. And then when Scotty G war with him, his videos went to fuck, man. You know what I mean? And that's why, like, oh, I'm above you now. I don't do that. He's coming across a bit condescending, man, in one of his videos. You know what I mean? Because like his content was trying out a new bold thing, man, to make your boldness fuck up. Yeah. So it's to make your boldness go away, man.
But you've seen what Dimitri and Amy have done. Did you see what they've done in regard to Jimmy? They put up a video and it's like, so arse kissing. Be our friend, be our friend. Oh, that little dog there. Oh, did you like his cooking video? Do you like his cooking video? They've shown themselves what they're like. Dimitri, let Dimitri Mushrooms ever talk to me again about his trans friend and get upset about his poor trans friend who struggled and all this. He's been laughing at and absolutely loving every bit of hate speech that has come out against me. So, Dimitri, when you said if it was your friend, and I went, yeah, just to say yeah, even though I wasn't saying that I didn't like you. But now,
where's your gold, JDP? Carry on.
Now, definitely not your friend, mate. I can tell you, you and your girlfriend, and I say I hope to God she gets clean because. It's a horrible position to be in. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. But most probably when she gets clean, I tell you now, that's when it will be her that will get up and walk away. That's the feeling I've got. Because she'll be seeing things as they actually are, not as she is in this state where she's clouded by something. I'm not saying she's clouded by drugs. It could be alcohol.
I was completely shocked. Like when I was on the gear, I thought it was just a drinker. That's what I thought. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna judge her for that, but that's what I thought. Like until
Yeah, I think she's drinking, but but all this bigotry that comes out of her mouth, and then he's in this now. I'm in a cook up. No, I'm not going to say because I'm going to say something then, and it's. But the thing is, would they be together if she wasn't under the influence? Would she? And would they be together? If she's at the state she's in now, if he could easily pull, I don't think they would.
Now, back to JDP. I had some gold, man, and it hurts me every day that I sold it when I was in deep addiction, man. I had a massive sovereign that me nanged, mate. And I had a necklace as well, man, and it was, it's sad,
the thing
man.
is, Craig, you would have got yours through honest means. He most probably burgled that out of some pensioner's house, because wasn't he a burglar, he said? Or they went round that he's a burglar. So that's that's some poor granny's necklace that she saved up for and a pension, when he got hold of it with his grubby hands. And this thing, right? Just tell me this, right? When I was going to school, right, you didn't stop your school until you were 16. 16 was when you stopped school. Being 15, that was decades and decades ago. He reckons he was homeless. He reckons He reckons he was homeless, don't you, Jake? From the age of 15. And I pulled her up once and said, "Well, if that's true, God blimey, your parents didn't give a toss about you, did they, to allow you to be homeless at 15 because the social services should you picked you up? So is this another lie that you come out with that you were homeless?
100%, man. When you're under 16, mate, the police are involved in that shit.
So that's most probably another lie. It's like his big prison record, 14 days. That's his big prison record, 14 days. Oh, wow. God blimey. Oh.
Andy Bailey, where's my apology, you little bitch, man? I said I was going to leave you alone, man. You started it on me, man. Do you want to continue it?
Wait a minute, Craig.
Chief Cashier.
Wait a minute, Craig. Just put the on. Look, I can't. He's waiting here to come on. And yeah, I can't get him. Now, here we are. Put 2 fingers up. Here we are.
Yeah, he's got to do the same.
He's come on.
One more finger, man.
Right, listen.
One more finger.
Why are you trying to fucking chat shit and say, I'm a burglar again?
Well, that's what I've been told.
But by you, by a bunch of spastics. If I was a burglar, you'd fucking have been able to prove it, mate. The best thing you've got is I got caught with a bit of weed in the back of a car. Wow. What about you getting suspended from the police for your sexual assault?
I wasn't. And if you got your acro out, you coward, we'd be able to prove it because I'd send it to Craig.
In a dress?
Well, who are you talking about, Chris? Chris isn't here. You make Chris isn't here who wears a little girl.
And if anyone's wrong and it's you, all you do is project and fucking like.
What?
You're the biggest troll on here. You call them a people troll. As soon as you start arguing with someone, you call them a bacon. You can see who's the bacon. You're a fucking freak, mate. Look at the kippy. I mean, when people like you used to hide, go and fucking hide somewhere, you fucking freaky bastard. That's what I say.
I'll hide up your bleeding Mrs. Minge. It's been opened wide enough times, hasn't it, for me to fit in? Can she crowd me up there? Can she crowd me up a minge?
you gotta laugh at you, man.
I don't even know what to say to that. Well, it is what it is. I'm now a burglar. I've never burgled no one, mate.
Come on, man. Not even a third burglar. You am a third burglar. Have a little bit.
Yeah, man, that's the truth.
Hey, well, do you want to talk seriously for 1 second? 1 second, very seriously. I mean, I don't mind. You want to hate me and think that I'm that's up to you, right? Because you're trying
to say I'm a bacon. You think I'm
let's talk seriously for a minute. If someone doesn't agree with trans people, that's not my issue because I'm not transgender. If someone wants to dislike the fact that I can wear makeup when I'm on camera, that's up to them. Free will, do it. If someone doesn't like...
Weird. All right, listen, I think it's weird, yeah. You try and tell us all you're intersex. You are intersex. You're a geezer with mental health issues. That's what you are. That's the truth.
So how do you know I'm not intersex?
You got a cock and balls, mate. What you on about?
Intersex people. You don't know what intersex is.
So you know, you can have the organs of a woman inside the ovaries and shit, JDP. You know this.
I ain't being funny, yeah. Craig looks more feminine than you. You know what I mean?
JDP, let's ask you this. What is an intersex person? Give me the definition of what intersex is.
You being mentally fucking deluded, mate.
No, tell me. You don't even know what intersex means, and this has been the whole thing. You don't know.
Do you know what it is? It's
you don't know.
You've got
so
men.
Basically, what you're saying is you don't know what intersex is.
And now you've got people like Anne who tell you there's fucking 50 genders. Piss off. You got men, you got women, end of.
I haven't.
How many genders is
there? I'm against that shit, to be fair, the 50 gender stuff, man.
Bollocks, mate. Male, female, end of. Simple biology.
That's not gender. That's not gender because you're uneducated. You don't know what. If you've gone to school instead of burgling houses and instead of beating people up,
chromosome,
maybe
XY,
then.
XX, you weirdo, what you on about? You can't have both. You one or the other. You're a geezer.
Gender isn't. This is what you don't get. Gender is not related to your sex, you idiot. Why do you think? What is gender? Explain to me what your gender is.
You're a geezer. End of. You're a geezer. What's your chromosome?
I said I'm not. You're the one that keeps on fantasizing that I wear
you try and convince
people
that like,
you're someone who's going on. You're a burglar. You're a thug. You're a drug user. You're benefit cheese.
You know what I was?
You're bringing up your kids
Do you know what? Do you know what I genuinely was? And I'm ashamed of it. I genuinely was a fuck. Like that's no lie. I used
You
to.
still are. You still are a horrible, nasty, bleeding person.
I
What
have
do you mean?
no something.
You're an embarrassment to your kids.
I'm not a
An
fuck at all. Yeah,
embarrassment.
because
Imagine going to school and say, "That's my dad, a benefits chief," and you're calling sheriff. You're the benefits.
Listen, I'm not on benefits. So what you on about?
You are.
How am I? I'm not on benefits.
Well, what are you doing? Are you living off your partner's money then?
No, I don't.
Well, what are you getting your money from?
I work 2 days a week again. Not that it's got
Oh,
anything to do
2 days a week, and you can go on holiday to Thailand. What's your work?
When was the last time I went on holiday? Listen, it's how hard maths. Yeah, I went on holiday over a year ago to Thailand. You fucking div.
Go on, you're bleeding.
The YouTube. The next time I'm going on holiday is Tenerife in June, which you absolute morons, when you click my videos.
Can you make like 500 a day, JDP? Like, can you make 500 in one day?
On what?
Like for the 2 days, like, because if that could be like a good thing if you got 500 a day.
Nah, do a fuck. I'm on shit money at the moment. I'm on a bit less than what I was getting before. But
well, you should be thankful for the money that the taxpayers giving you, you lazy bloody ne'er-do well.
And you're on. Do you know what the joke is? You're probably on pip and that because you dressed up as a bird and
I have a pension because I worked all my life. You know when I worked all my life. Unlike you scrounger, you state scrounge. Bring up my kids. Bring up my kids. Who I only see 3 times a week.
You're my bloke.
I only see.
Well, I don't care like what you like about this shit. What you're trying to say? I'm a good dad to my kids. My kids love me. They get everything they want.
You see them 3 times a week. 3 times a week.
And cut my own hair for 2 months running in for Christmas so I can give them every single penny I get to buy the shit. I'm not a geezer taking pictures of kids offline doing ballet.
Yeah, what's wrong with that, man?
What's wrong with that? I earned a good wage. Shall I tell you what, Jake? I could take care of my mother when she got older. My mama, I took care of her because I worked all my life. I worked. Not like you,
your red bedroom, pretending you're a woman in a dress, trolling people online. That's what
Where's the dress?
You little freak.
Look, what you want to do, Jake, bang it off because you've never seen me in a dress. You've never seen. This is the only person that wears little girls' dresses. This is the fella that wears little girls' dresses.
We were just having a nice day out in Blackpool. Me and you together, Blackpool, dragged up, yeah?
Yeah, there's your fella that wears dresses and little girls' dresses and wings on.
Let's have it right.
Jesus, what is he trying to get onto? What is he trying to get onto?
Your channel since you had Dimitri on, absolutely blowing up the cult, telling us how they'd all been accusing him of spilling the secrets, and you was trying to say that I was lying then. Why would there be
a liar? You're always lying.
All right then. Let me just say, Craig. If someone was telling your secrets about you, if someone was saying stuff about you and it was all complete lies, would you accuse one of your mates of telling your secrets, or would you think it's obviously lies? No, you wouldn't, would you?
I'd know it was lies because I'd know, wouldn't I?
Yeah, you'd accuse your mate if it was true, wouldn't you? Exactly.
Yeah, well, obviously, because if you know it ain't true,
Dimitri Mushrooms is a shit.
You'd accuse your mates if it was true, and people who you knew
No, you wouldn't.
So let me ask you something, right? Do you think it makes a good friend that when they get the umbrage with you, they start leeching out private secrets who was your friend for 5 years?
No, it's horrible as well, man.
Because Dimitri Mushrooms is a horrible git. It's a horrible bleed.
But I understand it though. If you go into like war with something, not war, but I can understand their reasons. Like yours with Chris Murphy before, because of all the stuff he said about you and like.
Craig, I've had war with people that I was friends with on YouTube, and I've never once released anything that they told me in private. Never.
No, I wouldn't do it either.
I wouldn't do it. That's a line I won't cross. And if someone comes with me with gossip, and I know they were friends, because guess what? Craig, as much as you hate him, right? And I've said before, I agree. What things he's done are absolutely.
If I had something behind the scenes that proved I was a liar and somebody was calling me something, I'd use it.
Sentence, for God's sake. But what it is, right? Let's put it this way: Craig would actually. I'm telling you now, if Dimitri came back to him once he leaves that bleeding train wreck he's with, If he came back to Craig and said, I'm sorry, I'm all this, Craig's that soft, he'd take him back as a friend. And that's the truth about it. Whether you like Craig or not, that's what he do. But always be careful of people who are snitching and telling private things to you, because that person would do the same to you if they got the chance. They do the same to you. I hate that. I wouldn't, if I knew anything about you, Craig, that if we were friends, and you, JDP, if we'd been friends and you told me something private, I'm telling you now, I might attack you, but I'd never come out with it, because that's my golden rule.
See, that's what the cult hate about me, yeah, because they spilled loads of their shit in that group chat with me. And obviously, everyone what they've ever been mates with, when they turn on them, they use shit on them, where it's the other way with me. I never told them nothing. I'm not a dickhead. You know what I mean? I just learned what they're up to. You know what I'm saying? I ain't daft, me. So that's why they hate on me, and that's why VC doesn't respond, because he knows I'm saying facts. They just make up lies.
But I mean,
yeah, I never got behind the curtain of the creepy crew, like, but you know, I won't say anything bad about him because I don't really know him. Took the piss out of him. But Video Craig, yeah, I've got like them jokes and what he did, man. It's like the Dodgy Dave stuff. I'm over it now, man. Like, I ain't gonna keep feigning outrage every time I hear it now. You know what I mean? That's what
there's only one of them from that creepy cult who I can say honestly that I haven't really got a bad word to say. There's only one of them.
Scotch.
Nah, Simon, innit? He's alright, Simon, man.
I don't know who he is, man. I ain't even that deep on that shit, man.
Bet Simon
Who's
Curtis.
Simon? Oh, Simon Curtis. Yeah.
He's alright, Simon, you know. He's actually got models out of all them. He's the only one.
Yeah. Like, when he was helping Decca, Humble was after, like, doing that on it, him releasing pictures of his family. I stuck up for him, man. And then the next week he was against Decca, man. You know what I mean?
He's a proper family man, know him, so he's actually alright, you know. But other than that, they're all a bunch of cretins. But anyway, I'm getting off. I'm not a burglar. Stop trying shit.
Well, you stop
Not
lying
even
about me, and I'll stop saying that about you.
Saying what?
If you stop saying rubbish about me, I can prove it. I can prove what you're saying is all lies, right? But you want to cut that through, I'll keep on going at you, right?
No, you started it. You started saying that the doc was a bike, and I said he's not. And then you started saying,
oh, God. Just let's get this about the doc right. So I'll tell you now, I've followed the doc for a long time, and I know what he's like. If you look at that video I did, it was all done with tongue in cheek. What he was saying, oh, Anne did this, Anne did that. So I popped back at him. You'll see videos on my timeline with him having a pop back at him. He's a comedian. I've known that for a long time. He's a comedian. All this stuff he's going on about, oh, we're all together and all this. He winds people up. I've said about the doc in the past, it's a pity he didn't get into the entertainment industry, because he just knows how to do comedy, to wind people up. I've got no issues with the doc.
I'm just JDP. I want to say something before you go, mate, about the Titchy thing, right? You know why they call him a wrong'un? Because he was 18, right? He was 18, like, and he met this girl, and she said was 16, but she was 15. That's why they call him a bacon, and I disagree with that. Because when I was a kid at school, secondary school, right, the 14-year-old girls, 15-year-old girls, they was going with like 18, 19, 20-year-olds in the car, man. You know what I mean?
Well, so, yeah. I'll tell you about Titchy. There was another one I remember when he first started, and that's another one that it's an awful pity he got dragged into, all that nastiness and all that, because he was another amazing entertainer. When he first came on, he was a pure on character, and he was so funny. You'd have me absolutely creased over and people laughing.
But would you class that as a bacon, though? Would you class that as like a wrong sex offender? Because he don't get done for it.
No, and I think it's distasteful that now he's not with us, which he isn't, and he went tragically wrong. He shouldn't be used in any battle. Keep him out of the battle. But there's another one, an amazing entertainer he was. His early videos before he started getting into arguments were so funny. I used to be absolutely creased over watching them. And then it just But again, God rest
He
his
took the
soul.
dock hard, man. When he died, he took the dock hard, like, and everyone was calling him a sex offender. Like, I was in Doc's comments, man. And I explained what I've just explained to you. Like when I was at secondary school, the younger kids, like 14, 15, they used to go after the guys with the car. And they could be 19, 18.
Here we are, Rach. I'll drop the link for you now. Rach wants to come on, I think. Yeah, so, but I don't like them dragging up. And I know, I must say, I've got no problems with the sheriff. I've never had fallout with them. I can, you know.
You can like the sheriff. That's the thing. This is what Jake should be doing with me, like with the Chris Murphy thing. He should go, that's your opinion on Chris Murphy. I'm still all right with you. But nah, he's fucking.
But what I'm saying, I think the sheriff should leave off the Titch thing because, you know, poor fella's not going to defend himself, and it's a bit ugly.
100%, yeah. 100%.
And I think that's what's needling the doc, because I've seen the doc getting really needled at times, and I think this would have all blown over or stayed very lighthearted, but the doc's getting upset now, I can tell, because of that. That's going, he's attacking someone that shouldn't be attacked, someone that's...
Has he run off from Rachel, has he? Is that why he went? Or did...
I don't know. Is Rachel coming on?
No, just the thought of it. Just the thought of Rachel coming on scared him away, man. What's going on?
But yeah, but it's all total madness, isn't it? It's all total madness.
It is madness. It is madness. It's like imploded this week. Andy Bailey, is he still here? Why do I want an apology? Because you get somebody else one and you started on me first.
Oh, so Andy Bailey. You know what's got me? I'm sorry, Andy, if you listen here. I'm going to put you on Front Street for this. I'm sorry, I am. You turning round and, you know, kissing up to Chris and kissing up to JDP. And he was saying something about you, Craig. He said the other day, I was going to put a comment. He said, oh, Craig on JDP's. It's on JDP's comments. That Andy Bailey said, yeah, you know about you, basically. Turncoat and all this. Andy, do you want to tell us who started off this argument about Chris? I think it was you posting that article, wasn't it? You post the article, you asked for...
Was it him?
Yeah, it was him. That's the story.
Oh, no way, man. What a shit-stirring little chicken, man. What's going on now?
And then he took it down. That's why if you watch Chris's videos, Chris Murphy is saying it's thanking him for taking it down.
Fucking hell. I wonder if Chris watched UFC last night, man.
KFC. Come on then, Rach. Come on, Rach. Come on, Rach. Come on. She won't come on.
Oh, fucking hell. We've got Stockholm Syndrome in here.
We've got JDP. He ran away because Rach.
Oh, Bibby Stockholm.
Who's Bibby? Oh, Bibby.
Bibby Stockholm.
Bibby, who, Bibby. Yeah, no.
Bibby is a Bobby. Is he? Is Bibby a Bobby? Or is Bobby a Bibby?
No, he's
that's one good thing to ask UK medical, whatever that is. Who the F is Mossop, man? Because I don't know who Mossop is. You know, Anne?
No, never heard of
it. Sheriff's always on about this Mossop, man. And her apparently phone reaches work.
I don't know. I haven't got a clue.
Well, I want to know, man, because it's as part of this, it's trying to say things behind the scenes about people. How is that? Bibby Stockholm. That's what I call him, man. I called it him to his, well, not to his face, on his live. I was only messing around. Noxie. You got the poxy. Keep scratching. Is that you, Sherry?
Yeah, but I wish you and the sheriff could, you know, get it.
It's gonna, maybe in time. It's going to take a bit of time, man.
Yeah, maybe in time. But it's just gone absolutely.
If he takes the copyright strike off, man, maybe.
Oh,
well, yeah, JDP did the old copyright thing, to
Dr. Apple?
Yeah, man.
And I was the one that did the video telling JDP to take the copyright strike
I'll
back.
remember.
Me.
I'll remember.
And that's so bleeding, Dr. Akpol, how dare you call me? And especially after our experiences together, which I'll never forget. Oh, I will go to my grave with a smile on my face, knowing what it's like to be really, really satisfied with a man. But you know,
Chill out, Noxie, man. Fuck, you know. I think I've. Are you the guy on the panel in Bibbies? I think I've spoke to you before. I think we was having a laugh, weren't we? So I've been on Bibbies once or twice, I think. I think it might be. No, I don't care. It's either once.
Oh, Rach, you've got to come on even for 5 minutes and explain that. What does that mean? JDP doesn't stand a chance against me and my 20,000 screenshots, bless him. Oh, come on. You've got to come on and explain that. Even if it's for 5 minutes.
You're keeping hard drives. Only joking. Hard drives of JDP.
Oh, good God. But,
Number one Mrs. with Nocky. What, does he dress up as a woman from time to time? I know what I'm supposed to say. I'm just taking the piss, man. Number one Mrs. with Noxie. What is that when he pretends to be a girl? How teasing. Aww. Narrative teeth like a burnt out car. Nah, I've got false teeth, mate. Sorry.
Oh,
disappoint you, Corby.
Great.
Oi, Corby, am you a trouser press? The Corby trouser press, man, that's you, innit? Like pressing men's trousers.
How do you know about a Corby trouser press?
Because of the Alan Partridge episode, man, when he's in the hotel and he took it apart.
I was going to say, you should only find people who are, business executives know about Corby presses.
Yeah. He took his apartment. So it was funny.
Corby press, that's the name. Good, you used to get, but you still do in all the really posh hotels, the Corby presses. And they're great, apparently. They're great for heating up toasted sandwiches.
Oh yeah, toasted sandwiches, yeah. I remember that. Do you remember Alan Partridge when he had that stalker? Did you watch that one?
Yeah.
And he went to his and he started serving him tea in like aerial washing globes and stuff.
Did you ever hear about the scandal over him in Liverpool, up here in Liverpool?
Nah.
About Coogan.
Sex thing.
No. Coogan, he came up to do the Alan Partridge show at the Echo Arena, and the reviews were absolutely terrible. Apparently, he couldn't be asked, and people said he just came on, and you could tell he wasn't asked. And people were absolutely fuming, saying they'd never go to see him again because he couldn't be asked doing the show properly. So he
might have been going through something, anyway. Yeah. You know.
But he's a brilliant actor. I'll give him that. He is a brilliant actor.
Yeah. Jimmy Savile. Okay, now.
Well, come on. Here we are. Come on, Rach. Don't give me this. Don't give me that. You can jump on with JDP for 5 minutes. Come on, Rach. Come on. 5 minutes and say what you've both got to say to each other.
Oh, Enabler is so fucking 4 years ago.
The Enabler?
Yeah. People saying you're an enabler, man. That's so old. Passe, you know.
Yeah, well, we can't.
What do you owe me? You owe me an apology because you apologized to somebody else, man, and you owe me an apology for saying you know where I live and this and that, man. How about that?
What about you? You said that.
Andy Bailey saying I'm going to put you up on Facebook and get my 3,000 women who, them things you get on Facebook by models like who want your bank details. Them all his friends. He's got 3,000 friends, all right, but that's them. Loads of women, man, that he's never met before.
And the thing is, Andy, right? I mean, I don't know you. I've watched a few of your videos. I haven't really got an opinion on you, but Do you think you're a bit of a moaner?
He is,
You
man.
think
He
always crying about something.
He made video. I had to go back because I watch his video. I had to go back, and he kept mentioning me, like, and I hadn't said a word about him. 3 videos he was mentioning me, and then I did one on it. I went on that live, and that's how I found him. And I actually saved him, and I said, take that video down because you're at work, and some people might do, you know what I mean? And he did. He did. So I want to thanks and a sorry, man. Now would I mention you first? Go back on your videos, bro. Check the dates. Anyway, he knows the score, man. And who's this snake in the camp? He puts a video out the other day saying, oh, there's a snake in the anti-cult camp. What are you talking about, Andrew Bailey? Oh, I'll release it in a couple of days. No, you won't. Release it now, man. Come on, man. Why keep us waiting? Who's the snake? Andy, man.
But I like the way he plays.
Sheriff, there's a snake in my boots. I bet you the fucking do.
No, but all that I'm bewildered by is he's the one that calls this Chris Murphy thing to erupt, and then he takes it down, runs away, and then starts saying, "Yeah, he's going on as if," and you know he had nothing to do with it. It was him that started it. We wouldn't be here now talking like this.
Yeah. That's that apology thing means nothing, man. Talk about why you put that about fucking, what was it? Andy Bailey put the newspaper thing up there about Chris Murphy, man.
Yeah, he was the one that did it. And then Chris Murphy, when he took it down, suddenly relaxed. I wonder why. Suddenly became calm and relaxed. I wonder why. Oh, thank you for that. You know, I'm just joking. I'm joking.
No, I don't, man.
I mean, if Chris Murphy thinks what he says about people is joking, Christ, he's got serious problems. That's not joking. He says
fucking Corby thinks like people keep like the dentures in a glass, man. You know what I mean? Nah, they got cases these days, bro. Cases.
Do you know what? Here's the chance for Rach to come on and challenge Jake 1-to-1 for 5 minutes. And Rach, you won't.
I'll shut up. I'll mute myself.
I'll mute myself. Come on, Rach. You don't want people thinking that you're frightened of JDP, do you? Come on. Come on, Rach.
Or do you have to be in the call? Do you have to have a group? No, has she got a group with her? Does she need moral support?
No, she's got a kids with her. Do you believe her? Do you believe her, Craig? I'll leave her up to you. Do you believe that she's got a kids with her? Or is she frightened?
Nah, I think I can spare a couple of minutes, man, if she really wanted to.
No, but I don't talk like that in front of her. Isn't your partner about? Can't you say, here we are, you take care of them. Take them out for the 5 minutes.
All right, girls. Yeah, you got her back, man. So, you know, just have your thing. If I sound like I'm terrible for that, you know, like jigging my knee about.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Oh, I used to have a cousin used to do that. He was always his leg was jerking up and down.
I've always done.
Like, I'd say, will you stop that? I said, it does my head in when you're doing that. Here we are, the real. Here we are.
All right, Liam. How you doing, man? You should have been here fucking when JDP was on. Because Liam and JDP have got some things going.
Oh, I know. I saw that. A fight planned.
What else can you do, Corby, man? Like, you know, like on my old channel, I come on here, man, with my old tour. I look like Nanny McPhee back in the day, you know. But I'll shit you not, man. I had perfect teeth, naturally perfect teeth. I'd have to go abroad too, because of like mental, because I was happy with them. I just lost them, man. You know what I mean?
Oh God, teeth. Well, when you get to my
I got a blank canvas.
so I'm just reading the. I don't. I answer. You've got me completely wrong. I've had enough. Do you want to come on LB Prime with JDP?
JDP said I was just in it for like gratification off YouTube comments, man. Fuck, like I can't read all of them, man, because there's that many. Is that what bothers you? Because nobody comments on yours hardly. Oh. Sorry.
I don't.
I can't get to all of mine, man. I feel guilty, And the reason I ain't monetized is because I want to do it at my own schedule, man. If I started having like members and monetization and shit, I'd feel I'd have to do content instead of just wanting to do it when I feel like it. You know what I mean?
JDP, you're not playing the character. That's you. You're not good enough to be an actor and convince people. You're not an artiste. Let's say like the doc is an artiste. I never like saying that word artiste because years ago that used to mean a woman who used to do lewd dances on stage.
Yeah, man. I heard he's a ex-strip club worker. Is that right, JDP? Have you a pole dancer, bro?
I bet he was. No, that's put an image in my head now of someone 6 foot.
I know, like a bald fat bloke, like on the. I'm only joking. No way, a bald fat bloke on a pole, man, with grease all over it. Yeah, Banter. Oh, Liam did have a good point, man, and I've wondered what made you shave your hair off and beard and that, man. You did look better before. As a former all right friend, I'd go back to that, man.
Apparently, that's so. We
What possessed him, man? Like I love my hair, man.
No, what is he wants to save up money for his kids, so he can't get a haircut. He's saving money on a haircut.
It's only like 18 quid, and that's for a good one, man.
It's 10 quid up here.
Nah, if you get the fade and stuff, though, man, it's about 18 quid. And the hairdressers I go to, man, them all white guys that cut your hair, man. So you have to pay for their, you know what I mean? There's a Turkish barber's just around the corner from where I go, and it'll cost you a tenner. Well, I'd rather pay the extra and go and have it cut well.
I'm thinking of getting mine all cut off and fed up with it now.
Yeah, man.
It's right
do a JDP.
It's right down my back, and I'm thinking, oh.
Well, that picture you've got on there now, and you can't really see a lot of hair, so that's what you look like, bald, in a way.
I know it's tied back, but I'm getting fed up with everyone saying, "Oh, it touches your waist. You don't want to get a cut." And I said, "Look, at my age, you just end up looking like a sad old witch." I said, with long hair.
Yeah, I'd just get the wigs out if I was a woman, and I had that.
Well, you see, the wigs
if I was a woman, okay, sorry, but if I was like, wanted hair, if I was as a man, I wouldn't wear a wig, but I can see why women would. That's what I meant to say.
Good night, Prime. Are you going now?
Shall we do some mediating? Shall we get JDP and Liam on for like a talk,
Come on for a talk. And
when them warm up chat, when they sit across the table in the boxing in the dark room, and they talk to each other. Let's get one of them going. And that Tyson fight was a fix, man. That was a script. Joke.
Oh, the Tyson thing. I didn't actually see it. I've heard about it.
Yeah, it was. They could have gone harder, man. Both of them.
Well, I don't know about fight, but isn't Tyson getting on a bit now? He's in his 50s.
58.
Huh?
Yeah. It's just for the cash, man. Just a cash grab.
I've saw him in person. I've never actually met him as such and spoken to him, but I saw him once. Can't even remember where it was, but I saw him walking through with like this entourage somewhere it was.
Yeah. He
Definitely
always
was.
had that. He
But
always had the
I can't even
entourage.
remember. I can't remember if it was here or in America. I can't remember where it was. But I remember him walking through. But that was in the early days, and I refused to take any notice of
I'd
him.
like to see like Jake Paul fight somebody like Carl Frochman. You know what I mean? See how he does then, because I know how he's going to turn out.
I don't know.
He's fighting old people. Jake Paul, he's just fighting like people that he knows he's going to win against, like just for the
You mean like
spectacle.
JDP? He's fighting old people like JDP.
Well, yeah, he's our old's JDP. I think I'm older than him, man.
He's in his 40s, JDP, isn't
he? Nah. Or is he?
Yes. Yes. I'm sure he said he was in his 40s or his late 30s.
Yeah, I think we're roughly the same age. You know, April's coming, man. My 40's coming, looming on me like a fucking big shadow.
40 is not the age you want. Actually, 40 is not bad. It's when you start getting into mid 50s, that's when you start feeling it. That's when you start feeling age.
You know, my body's like already feeling that age, man. Unfortunately.
40 is not bad at all. But it's when you start getting, I'd say in your well, that happened to me mid 50s. I started getting aches and pains in my early 50s, but then mid 50s, and now I have to exercise every morning, every evening to make sure that my body's still supple.
Yeah. Like my nan's 85 and so that were a thingy, by the way. This you did look like my nan a bit. Now, that thing, it was like when he was going on about like, all people who grow up with that like turn out like with them kind of parents.
You heard me wrong.
Not that druggies, not
No,
about the drug thing. It was more the parents thing, and that's it.
No, what I was saying was that because I actually stressed, I said you can't see any evidence, which you can't in JDP from being on any kind of alcohol or drugs. You can't. There's no evidence of that at all, and I've never seen it in him. What I was trying to say was that he likes, or he was always calling people top people who seem to be acting it like Big P. And that's not just not B, she has. You can tell she's got strong stuff. Fair enough, she wants to do that. That's up to her. But what I was trying to say, and I'm glad you brought this up, was that as a child, you do think the environment you're growing up is normal and you will be affected by that. I've been affected by it. And when people turn around and you said this and noticed, what's the name? Another one said this in your comments, saying, no, that because I haven't got any children, I shouldn't say or I don't know. You forget.
No, I don't agree with that. But like, it's a different kind of understanding, isn't it? When you.
No, it's not. It's not. I was a child myself, and everyone I know, strange enough, was a child at some point. And I remember my friends.
You said you had a good upbringing now.
Yeah, I did. But my upbringing, don't forget, the reason why I'm molded the way I am, and the reason why I've been able to work all my life the way I have done is because of the way I was brought up. Because everything was geared towards work. Not so much success. I didn't have theatre school parents. It was just you got up, you went to your class. That's it. You worked, and your whole life was working. And that was it. That was my mindset. But if I'd grown up in another environment where work wasn't considered the point of being alive, I could have turned out different.
My point was, right, well, when my dad died, right, I had to look after my mum for a bit, and I recognised that war normal because my mates were all doing it, you know what I mean? And I had to be there for my mum, you know, at a young age. And that is why it resonated with me, and I thought, leave the parents out of it, you know what I mean? I hate that talk.
Look, wait a minute, right? You can't always say, oh, just you can't. I wasn't slating his parents. What I was saying was that you can tell by who he's saying. He's always admiring people who seem to be either drunk or seem to have some kind of personality disorder. That's what he's admiring out there, aggressive people. That's what I should be saying, aggressive.
Aggressive. Yeah.
Very aggressive people, and that says a lot. Where God, my papa could be aggressive, not with me, not with my mama, but my God, I learned this after he died, like most of it. But he wasn't one that shied away from a boxing match when he got, had a few tipples and stuff like that. So but I didn't know it, but I wasn't here from a very.
I was talking to my nan the other day, right, and her dad, right, he used to like punch somebody from one end of the street to the other, right, and then they'd be in his house, my granddad's house, like, and the wives all be like stitching him up, man.
Well, see,
and they'd be friends afterwards, man. Honestly, that's what they used to do, man. Straightener, that was a proper straightener.
Yeah. Well, my papa didn't go out looking for fights. That's what he didn't do. He didn't go out looking for them. But if someone if someone got on the wrong side and wound, because see, people have said this before. People imagine because he was a huge ballet fan, and that was because of his ancestors, that somehow he was a foppish, character, theatrical character, an old camp. He was anything but that. He was an out and out scouser. I've said this before. If you look at what's his name? Why is his name gone right out of my head? Billy Moore. If you look at Billy Moore, he had Billy Moore's build. He was very muscly. Didn't look like
the people.
It didn't look like he didn't have Billy Moore's face. Didn't look like him. Sounded like Billy Moore, but that's what my papa looked like. And he was a big tough thing. Well, not tall, but tough. He had Billy Moore's build. Just didn't look like him because my dad was your classical looking Italian with the dark hair and the olive skin and all that. Yeah. So but he definitely wasn't foppish. But because of his family history and because he'd worked in the theatre himself for many, many years.
Any mafia ties, Nan? Oh, Nan. I called you Nan. Anne. Any mafia ties, Anne?
Well, actually, shall I tell you something interesting? My surname, Taglioni, I'll tell you what that actually means. This is interesting. And when you consider that Italians were always named after something that they actually did, adapt to the ways, the mannerisms, or something they were renowned for, that gave them the surname. Taglioni actually means an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, retaliation. And I remember someone in Italy telling me, they said, my God, your ancestors, if you go, because they were from Milan, the Taglionis, way back. And he said, your ancestors were either judges, really stern judges, or they said they were mafia.
Yeah.
The type of
Sicily, the one.
They said, absolutely. They must have been people you never crossed because that's what it means. And my name, Taglioni, actually, if you hear, because in the Bible you hear eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, it was Egyptian one.
Yeah.
That's called Lex Talionis, which is Latin for Taglioni, the Lord of Taglioni. Lex Talionis.
Words have like mad origins, man.
So don't cross me. Don't cross Lex Talionis. I'm telling you now. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
Horse's head is coming your way if you mess, man.
Horse's head is coming your way, definitely. I'm telling you, definitely. If you're upsetting me, I'm a gangster. But yeah, that's what I was told. I mean, it's I'll say that's
Queen Gambino, man. That's just reminded me of her, man. Fucking hell, they tell some tales there.
Oh, I used to love that Queen Gambino. Gambino.
I knew at first. It grinded on me after a bit though, because it was starting to like get nasty with it. Like.
It's when she get into an argument, she still sees two of them on, and she get into these Flat Kappa. Do you remember when Flat Kappa started on it? That's the most.
Yeah, I remember that.
She was. I'd love to have her on sometime if she ever comes back.
Yeah, she's all right.
I loved it.
Queen Gambino. No, do you remember whenever I said it was in Italy though? And like everyone was saying, show us your plug sockets, and
I know.
show us out the window.
And then the police car went by, and it was an English.
Yeah. And no, I wouldn't drop it, man. I'll give her something, man. It was very stubborn, man. Still said, no, I'm in Italy.
And she, God, she was funny though. And that fella asking her, what colour are the onions? What do you mean, what colour are you soft sod?
I remember that.
Oh, no. She was funny. She was. Wish that would all come back again. And Film Boy as well.
Yeah, that was a good place. He might have been called the cesspit, but I had a lot of laughs there, man.
Well, that's it. There was laughs there where now when you got to exposure, it stopped being laughs and it just got really ugly and at times really very vicious and ugly. Where with Film Boy, it was more or less people laughing. They get into arguments where it'd always be mainly funny, but it just gets ugly where people are calling each other everything. No.
Expo turned into kind of a cult, you know what I mean? Like they're major players, they're at the top, and you know, on cesspit, they kind of have that really. Like anybody could like come on, you know, as long as they're there. Yeah, that's what I think. More like than at Expos, was it?
Expo started off all right, and then he just went nasty, and it went very, 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 very nasty. That's why I wouldn't go on there. Because I thought no, I couldn't. It's just too really, really ugly when it started. And the thing with this is what I say about these roasting channels. Starting up a roasting channel or coming out with, hate or all that business sounds good. But once they start getting monetized, I can tell you, YouTube will be continually demonetizing them. It always happens. And so they go. Film Boy went. Exposures had to change track completely. Utterly, completely. That's what happens when they try to get monetized. That's when the algorithm kicks in really bad style because they want to see if advertisers will use your channel, and advertisers won't want to be associated with stuff like that.
Yeah, so it's right. Yeah, that's what I mean. Say worth it, is he? I mean, I swear, like you can't swear for 30 seconds in your videos to get monetized the first 30 seconds.
Or all my video you can't curse. I won't have it. I mean, I've got people
I swear in the first two though, man, most of the time. And like, what's the point?
You've got to understand, I've got people like Welsh Girl, I've got people like Kelsey, Clary, I've got other people here. These are Rach. These are all delicate adult human females who, aren't used to hearing curse words and will get all, lightheaded and get a touch the vapors if you start cursing. See our quality and watching me, quality.
I'm talking about me nan again, but I hate swearing, right? But I'll tell you something, when he's angry, man, he uses them all, man. We was talking about that yesterday, about me and me nan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Some people can't. You push them. I can. I mean, if someone really pushes my buttons, I can let the odd curse word slip out. I'm not immune to it, I can assure you. And when I'm on my own and the computer's playing up, I can assure you I can come out with the odd curse word on my own.
Yeah. But going back to earlier what I said, do you understand about my view on like the Video Craig, the Dodgy Dave stuff? I know all about it. I know all about it now. And people still say, oh, what about that though? What about that? I know, man. I know. It's nasty. It's horrible.
What do you mean about Video Craig and Dodgy Dave?
The pasts.
Oh, what they
horrible. It's horrible, man. But like what you can't keep going on about it forever, man. Can you?
No, you can't go on about it forever, but what used to wind people up is when you get, which did happen, and I used to say this, you can't keep on doing that. When the very people who would be attacking others and pulling up their pasts and ripping them to bits would be given a pass, to people like Dodgy Dave and other people. They'd be like, wait a minute, you're not being consistent here. Why did they get a pass? But yet...
I've probably made about 20 videos on that subject with Dodgy Dave, man. Maybe more on my old channel and some on this, man. I've shouted it from the rooftops. Same with Video Craig, shouted it from the rooftops. A lot more, man. I'm going to keep making videos. The only reason I made that video the other day, because Video Craig, right, he put that like it was like an old video of his that he put out of me in my old video, right? And it looked like he was doing it. He put it out at the wrong time, man. Like it just coincided with the sheriff and that Andy Bailey and that, like, and that. So
what is
the timing.
What is you were talking sense? You've pulled me for things you think I've said that you think are wrong. You pulled me. You pull other people. That's because you're not what I call, you're not a toady. You don't join groups. You don't join clubs.
I don't like it. It's cringy,
You
man.
don't like it. So if someone, you can be agreeing with someone, talking to someone, but then you can criticize them. What it was, JDP, and I'll say this about you, JDP, because I think it's true. You can't take any kind of criticism, and you want people to be loyal to you, but you're not loyal to anyone, and that's where it's you know, you see.
Outlaw, explain. How am I a coward, man? If I was a coward, I would have just been going, oh yeah, Chris Murphy, man, he's normal, man. Nothing to see here, like everybody else. You know what I mean? I'm the opposite of a coward, man. You know, these people.
Yeah, but that's it. You don't. I say you don't join clubs or you don't join cliques. No cliques.
I join opinions, man. If I think someone's right, I join the opinion and say, yeah, I agree with that, or I'll give my opinion.
The ironic thing is, and you do see it with Video Craig, as more so in the past. Video Craig did have his cult, well, if you want to call that term cult members, he did. He really, really did have them. And to a certain extent, does now, he can't say it wrong. But JDP, that's what you want, basically. That's why you don't want Craig or other people having an opinion on you that you don't agree with. You go mad. Oh, you can't have that opinion. Because I didn't make a video saying, now, Craig, what are you saying about me? Because I knew. I thought, well, you've said that. That's what you do. You can voice your opinion. You're not doing it out of maliciousness. You're just saying what you think.
And I knew we'd talk about it anyway as well, so. But yeah, like, let's get to JDP to North Korea, man. I've been watching some stuff about that place, man. That fascinating.
Oh, I wouldn't go there. Not North Korea.
No, but it's fascinating to see what they live like, eh?
Well, it's not very nice how they live, is it?
Now, the fake buildings and stuff, they've got like hospitals, man. They look like palaces, man, with no patients in them.
Yeah. Oh, it's all.
The electric keeps doing that.
It's what you say. I'll teach her a posh saying now. Potemkin Village. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah, it's like something in the war, eh? It's like, so it looks good from the outside.
Was this Catherine the Great of Russia, Potemkin, when she was sailing down a river, he put up all these false facades to make it look like a glorious city facade, but it was all board and paste, and that's why you get the saying Potemkin Village to describe something like in North Korea where it's all fake, it's not real.
Yeah, your money allowed 10 haircuts as a man as well.
Is my mic sounding funny again?
The banned bikes, man, because they wanted cars everywhere, but nobody could afford them, so they made like bikes law again. You could ride bikes. Women were allowed to ride bikes because it's too suggestive.
It's just is my mic muffled?
A little bit, but ain't nothing to worry about.
I've that. Do you know what I've tried everything with this mic? What I'm going to have to do is get it a interface to put the mic into, because I think it being connected to the computer, it's muffling it. Because I've noticed that it's a good mic, but for some reason, sounds so muffled. So I'll have to get an interface and start doing it plugging it into that.
The poor people in North Korea, they're allowed to consume any American like product, like, but you know, the elite, right? They've got their own malls, what ain't money allowed in, full of all the brand names and stuff like that, man. It's so bad.
The way we're going, we could be North Korea #2. because the way it's going here, people getting arrested for the most stupid things. I don't know what they're hoping to achieve by this. The prisons are full and all this. The courts are overcrowded, and they're arresting people because they had a thought that wasn't correct. It's bizarre. A non-hate crime. What the hell is a non-hate? A hate non-crime or whatever. It's hate non-crime. What the hell is that? It's either crime or it's not.
Disagreeing with what they're saying, basically. That's what it translates to me.
Oh, it's getting. Do you know what? The police service is an absolute joke in this country. Absolutely joke. No, it is. I don't know how they come up with it. And I've said this before. If someone, look, we know what hate is. And I have this about when people are screaming racism as well over the most pathetic things to say, look, you're lucky. You must never have faced real racism, which is being terrified to walk in certain areas, being whatever. If you find something so petty that you complain about as being racism, I say the same to LGBTQI people. You know, real hate, bigotry is being scared to walk out your door. It's getting horrific abuse that makes you want to end it and all this business. It's being denied your rights. That's hate. Someone saying, you know, a hatey word as such, or not using the right term, which happens a lot. People don't know what term to use. That is not a crime. Get on with it. You know, just get on. It's or tell them to go and do one. That's all you do. But to make it into a crime or a non-crime, whatever that is, I don't know what it is.
Them rewriting the bloody laws as they see fit, the leftists, while they get the chance, man. That's what they're doing.
Well, I blame Trump.
I don't.
It's him. He's the biggest.
Trump's already benefiting this country, man. I can't think what it was now, but the summit where he stopped the Mauritius thing, man. Giving that island away to Mauritius.
Oh well, my God.
Well, Trump don't agree with it, man, and he's going to veto it, man. So it does matter when Trump's in office to our country.
Well, it's a good job that he's so supportive of the LGBTQI community. He loves us. Trump loves us.
Yeah, he is, man. He is, yeah.
Yeah. He's going.
You can do what you want with your own body. Just leave the kids alone. Is his message, eh?
No. He's actually asking for drag queens to go into schools. He says it's too much effort to take a child to a library. Put the drag queens in the schools. That's Trump's new.
Yeah, I know, man. Too much. Yeah, too much, man. Traveling for the. I mean, all that makeup and outfits, man. Bloody hell, that's heavy, man.
So, as Trump, who's compassionate towards the LGBT community, is asking for drag queens to go directly. Actually, he's saying that he's going to provide funding so they can go into people's houses and read stories.
Nah, all jokes apart, though, man. Toilets are meant for men. Men's toilets. Women's toilets are meant for women's toilets.
That subject. Can you imagine if I walked into a man's toilet? Can you imagine it? I'd be ravaged.
No, it depends what you was wearing.
They couldn't resist such a good-looking babe as myself. They think that
you know what I mean.
Birthday parties had come.
What about the prison thing? Then it's already happening, eh? You get transgender men in women's prisons and rapes them occurring.
Well, a trans woman, men. Did you say trans men or trans woman?
Yeah, but the thing is, Joe Biden was going to prisoners who wanted to be like male or female. He was going to pay for the surgery, man.
Well, the taxpayer should, of course.
Well, yeah. What's he say? Can only women use cubicles then? No, not when you're going swimming, but like when them designated places like Especially when women and men there having a shit, man. You don't want no men in there, do you?
Oh, Juma, you have to bring everything down to a base level.
No, I'm just telling you, right? I bet you had some, like, you was a woman taking a big dump, man. And you see this big transgender person, man.
Actually, I don't
Looking over the fucking stall. Hello, mate.
I am like the royals. I'm like the royals. I don't have bodily functions.
No, you're like King Jong-il, man. That's what North Korea say about him, man. He never went to the toilet.
I don't do basic mortal things like that. How yucky.
No, I ain't shat in the pool. I've had a cheeky piss though in my time, man. When I was younger.
You know what? What's he like, people? What's he like, people? He's outrageous, isn't he? Totally outrageous.
Cheeky piss, man. Oi, somebody told me like it's like a myth. I think they can tell when you're having a piss in the swimming bath because there's a yellow ring come around you. Apparently, I don't work like that, man.
It does.
How about if your piss is a yellow?
What?
How about if you piss a yellow?
Oh God, can we get onto the subject? This is not.
They call it yellow.
This is not the subject you should be speaking about on a person of quality is live. You know, you've got to understand who's the.
All right, then, shall we talk about the groom of the stool?
No, thank you. You mean the king's arse wiper?
Yeah, man. Let's go to some regal. Get high class for your hand, man.
See where we've descended to. We've descended to this. We've descended to this, people. How absolutely horrendous. Talking about bodily functions. May God. Anyway, any little dramas or anything you want to talk about that's been going on that we've been missing?
I want Jimmy Newman to come on, man. Because, like, I don't know what he's doing with his channel, but he's just criticised 5 people for doing something like that. I don't know what he's doing with these, that's all. But I'll think, man. Oh, Masters, man. Masters, he's getting really touchy. Masters come on here one.
He's not coming on here again, I can tell you. Not after what he said about me. Not after what he was saying about me, no way. And I thought he was all right. And I was dead nice to him and said, come on again. Don't come on again.
What was he on about? I don't think I've seen it.
On that show, that Jingle Jangle Jim Smith show.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was calling me that offensive name all the time, calling me that Terry tackle all the time, right? And then going on that you shouldn't be on my show. Well, he was on my show, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I didn't ask him.
I understand now, yeah.
So he can go and do one, and I'm glad that he's getting the heat.
Because he's weak, man. You know, in the gym's chat, man, like he couldn't handle it like me. They always try and get me to like turn on you, man. It's mad. It's funny at this point because I love it.
I've never done it to him. I've always been. I can understand. Look, I've had an argument with JDP.
No, thanks, Bill.
Hey, well, wait a minute. I can understand. Wait a minute, Craig. I can understand people coming back at me when I'm in an argument to and fro with them. I can understand that. But not when I've done nothing or said it, and I was nice to Masters. And then he goes and does that, and I thought, you looking down on your nose at me, wasn't he the one that was doing that vile thing with his partner on camera when they were smashed off the faces? That was disgusting. Yeah. And he's looking down his nose on me when he's lifting hair bleeding folds and oh God, oh no. That nearly made me bleeding yak when I saw that. I thought, Christ. But
he found her on the street, man. He had the police around like the next day or a few days after, like asking if she's all right and stuff like that. God. No, that's what happened, man. I remember the video.
But I just say you don't mind when people. Oh God, what about this thing about Paul Ellis?
Oh yeah, that's good. Paul Ellis, man, when you look back when he first started on YouTube, because I did this a bit ago, look back at his old when he first started, and now he's here, man.
Yeah, this is the thing. Do you know what? The irony is, I said to him ages ago, because he was having a go at me. This was all because this is a warning, people, right? You know, when you fall out with someone, keep it on YouTube. Look, me, JDP have been going head to head, going absolutely mad. Keep it on YouTube. When you start taking off YouTube, that's when you're going to run into trouble and someone's going to get imprisoned over it. That's what I mean. Sensible people have their arguments and the bitching sessions on YouTube and realize it's not real life. It's not real life. What Ellis did was he thought because he was hanging out with
yeah, I know what you mean, man.
And because he was going into the pop-up shed, he thought he was some kind of gangster's mate and he'd have to do it. Now, I remember I fell out with
Sheriff's got that a little bit.
I fell out with Ronan, right? At Holden. Now, he took, for some reason, Ellis took great exception to that and started threatening me and calling me all sorts. And he was going to do this, that, and the other. And it got really sinister what was happening. So I warned him. I said, do you really want to? Because I found out that his record is clean. He hasn't got a police record. And at that age, that's a good thing. And I said to him, do you really want a chance destroying a totally clean record at your age? I said, which is brilliant. I said, you can get a job anywhere. You can go to America. You can go anywhere. And I tried to warn him, but no, he thought he was this big gangster. Now, the result of that, as I'm saying, what people on the lane from, me and Ronan Holden are the best of friends now.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man. I like Ronan.
So it was pointless what Ellis was doing. And of course, unless it was extreme, I'm not going to go to the police and report someone unless it's extreme. And it's brought off YouTube. So I wouldn't do that. Having it going forth on YouTube, fine. But anyway, he went and did this with this gun thing that he pulled out.
Yeah, but we took his phone off him. He was going, that was the weakest threaten with a gun I'd ever seen. He goes, give me phone back. Pointing a gun and give my phone back. You know what I mean? What the fuck, man? At least he should have gone, give me the fucking phone with the gun, man. It's like a whip.
Now, I'm not having a go at motorsports here. I'm not really not having
No, mate. And the fact is, right, let me say this, like, motorsports was grassed up by fucking Paul Ellis a couple of times before this occurred. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
There's people calling motorsports a grass for taking the gun off him and handing it in, you know what I mean? Fucking hell.
What I've seen from the video, the bit that's going, and it just starts with Moto going at him and going to punch him, and Ellis pulls out the gun. Then all this thing that isn't adapted, whatever. No,
just keep saying, "Give me the phone back, though, man." Well, did you see him take the phone? Because I see that.
You don't see that, but the thing is, I was watching. I thought, well, why wasn't Motorsports also pulled? Because he looked like he was aggravating the situation.
Yeah, but he was like facing the gun down, wasn't he? You know what I mean?
He wasn't facing that. Ellis got the gun thing out when he was pushed in the car and was being pummeled. That's when he got that out to make him back off.
Yeah, but he's up his neck of the woods here, even from Scotland, so he's aggravating it, man.
I don't know. To me, it looked like it was being aggravated by.
That's how the police would look at it, though, I think.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because he shouldn't be in Scotland. He's got family down there, man. You know, I know you can go anywhere you want, but like when you've got beef going on like that, like you don't go in, like, you know.
Well, the thing is this is the other lesson to learn about Paul now. He'll never be able to get into America or Canada.
Oh no.
He'll be banned now.
Canada, fuck Canada, man. I don't want to go there anyway. Trudeau's an arsehole, man. And he's the son of Fidel Castro.
But they won't. As I say, he'll be banned from there. Look what happened to Sean Atwood. Sean Atwood could be much bigger now, much richer now than what he was. But because this drug thing, he's never allowed to return to America. Yeah. And that's where you've got to think of. There's big consequences to be had. So Paul Ellis has gone from someone who was totally clean, had no issues, could have gone to America anyway, could have emigrated there. And now he's gone to someone that will struggle to get a job because of his history and will also be banned from certain countries from entering them. That's what's happened now. All because he thought he was being a gangster.
Is he going to do 5 years, or will he do R?
He'll do less than that. He got the minimum sentence. That's what he got.
Yeah, but is it half though? That one. It has to be over 7 though to not get halved. I don't know, man.
I think he'll come out with good if he's
2.5 years.
He might do with that if he's behaves himself. But he's coming out to absolutely having ruined his chances. What a thing to do over YouTube.
I know.
I mean, people, it's not real life. It's not. I know it seems like real life at times, but it isn't. As long as it stays on YouTube, it's.
I've been calling it a soap opera for ages, man.
It is.
That's what it is. It ain't real. It's like the people that take it real and the ones that shouldn't be on here really because they're dangerous. But that's the world we're living in.
And 1 minute you're falling out with people, and then you're talking to them, falling out with them. I've fallen out with Video Craig twice up to now. Kelsey, I'm falling out with every second week. Kelsey, oh, she does. She pushes my buttons. That one, she doesn't behave herself, and I'm always having to, tell her straight. I will never speak to you again, Kelsey, if you carry on. And that usually brings around the idea of not having my wonderful witticism and conversation every day. But anyway,
I think them doing with Scotty G, them doing with him what they should have done from the start, man. Just getting him well in the background. You don't need to keep talking about him day in, day out when he's in. You know what I mean?
Who was that you're talking about again?
Like the Sheriff and Paddy Conroy, man. You don't have to keep giving updates on Scotty. You know what I mean? They should just let him get well, man, and just take all this shit away from him. But you know what I mean? Look what Sheriff did, man. No, I'm just going to say, look what Sheriff did, like getting him to go on at me when they went to that BKFC thing. That was very good for him, man. Doing that.
When you think of it right, the worst thing that could happen for Paddy Conroy now is if Scotty G moves away. Worst thing, because then goes the donations, then goes the gifts.
He's living nice off it, man. You know.
Paddy Conroy is as well, I can tell that.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's better there. Like, he wants to keep him there as long as possible, man. He wants to keep him there. He wants to get him a job in the summer. So he's going to be there till summer.
Did you hear what he said to Emma, which was very telling? When Emma's house and car was done, and Paddy Conroy turned around, I thought, you're just showing yourself up for what your man works like. And he said, what you should have done, you should have filmed Brian in bed being ill, then showed that. He said, then you'd have people sympathy on your side if you used Brian's illness like that. This is him. When he goes on, he's being compassionate towards Scotty because he's a drug user. My backside, he is. He's doing it for what he can get and for his self-image.
He's calling everybody junkies in the next breath, man. He's like trying to get somebody like well, and then he's calling people junkies like in the next breath. So.
Aren't I lovely? Aren't I wonderful? Aren't I great? My God, you put a man in a shed. You're getting bag loads of money.
Ellis got in with Berkey, and they went up to Paddy's shed and that, and he bought that ball bearing gun with him to Paddy's farm, and Paddy was really pissed off because he ain't allowed to have any firearms whatsoever.
Yeah.
And that's what
What was CJ carrying around that for anyway?
I know. What's the point, man?
He really did have this in his head that he was some kind of tough guy, didn't he?
It's got to be real, man. I mean, my mate, man, when he got 7 years, they're doing that with the same kind of gun, robbed a Chinese restaurant, man. 7 years, he had to do 3.5.
And he comes from a really good family, Ellis.
I know, I've heard that as well.
One of his brothers, I'm sure it's his brother, is a GMP police officer. How embarrassing is that?
No one. He was fucking always saying he was in it.
Honest to God. But what annoyed me about him, it really annoyed me, was when he said I doxed his grandpa. I did not, and approved it. I said, I didn't dox your grandpa, you did. And then I had to play the video where he's saying where his grandpa lived, but he tried to blame me. You know when he was
Yeah,
raising
Peter, they
funds,
did.
he did another GoFundMe. A GoFundMe for his grandpa was going to cycle on this bike so far, but it was a stationary bike, not not a real bike. And I looked at him and thought, there's no way he's going to be able to cycle anywhere. He was a really frail old man. And then suddenly the GoFundMe vanished. I don't know what happened to it, but it vanished. And then he starts saying, dox my grandpa. He doxed my. I didn't. And I proved it because I played the where he does it on camera. I thought, you slimy. Why accuse me of that when I didn't do it? Accuse me of something I've done, not something I haven't done.
Doxing your grand.
I didn't know. How would I know where he lived? But it was lucky that I saw the video. I thought, here we go. So I played it.
Does anybody know what happened to Apollo, man? You know?
No. He just
somebody said he had cancer.
Well, that was Brian Cockrell who was jeering him and laughing at him.
That's what I mean, yeah. Was that true or what?
I don't know. I haven't got a clue.
Because that's where they got that ball bearing gun to scare fucking Apollo with when they were supposed to meet in them country lanes.
But anyone that associates themselves or mixed with bird shit is an idiot. You know you're going to get trouble with that moron. I mean, has that ever growing up or taking any responsibilities, adult responsibilities, that idiot bird shit? He never has. I mean, how old is he? He's getting on, and he's like a kid that you'd see on the street.
I've seen him a lot since I've seen him since Alice has been sent down now.
No,
I normally see him on.
This is it. Bad influence. Bad influence. I'd love to see what's going to happen over this. Sarah's Law and Maria.
Yeah. Well, like, if it's real, like, that's sickening. But like, I'm gonna bite, man, till I call somebody down because I know she can lie. So
yeah, she can. I think what it is I don't know which way it's going to go. It's not so much. It's an offence of restricted documents. That's what it is. That's all it is. I mean, they're saying he's getting a hard on thinking she's going to go to prison for years. She isn't. Not for that. Not for that. Get a smack on the wrist. That's what she'll get. If they decide that she's done something terribly wrong.
Hope you're well.
What was that?
I used to the impression of Apollo. I used to know the old thing, man. I forgot what I used to say.
I liked Apollo, I did. A lot of people didn't like him. I liked him.
No, I liked him straight away, and then he started turning, and then he turned a little bit towards the,
He turned on me in one video, so
because you are the real.
But I brought him back over to my side. But yeah, I did like him. I thought he was great. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start winding up now.
Winding up? What you gonna? Have you got like one of them big keys stuck out you? Like you have to.
I certainly have. I certainly do.
Running out.
We've got to all hear this wonderful, man who says that he looks at my groin when I'm being interviewed.
Just have a nice day out in Blackpool. Me and you together, Blackpool, dragged up, yeah?
My God, if that hasn't got issues going on, I don't know what else. If that hasn't got issues going on, I don't know what else.
I wonder what his workmates think, like, if they see him. I bet he makes sure they do. I bet he makes sure that they do see him.
Look, let's put it this way. If you worked with him and he was going on like that, he'd just be, this sounds horrible, but it's true. He'd be like the clown that everyone was laughing at behind his back as well. It's just not that they think he's funny. He's just an idiot, basically. And that sounds, even if that sounds like me harsh saying that, he is one horrible, evil man, the things he comes out with, not just against me and not just talking about me, But what
He's
he
done
said
it to
about
me,
other
man. He
people,
said some nasty stuff about
he's
me in the past.
really, really nasty. He's not funny. He's not roasting people. He's a horrible, disgusting man. And I say he can't go whinging now and crying when people are getting it in, because he loved getting other people, didn't he? So just put up with it. Pour up with it. But he's done a runner, hasn't he? He's gone into hiding now.
Yeah.
So
Okie dokie then. Alrighty then. I'll see you later, Ran. Take care.
I'll see you
Enjoyed it as
again,
always.
and definitely speak to you again, Craig.
Yeah, man, no worries. Yeah, we got to keep them angry. We got to keep them angry, you know.
But it definitely have. Definitely have. And so, good night to everyone. Good night to Kelsey. Whilst you get everyone.
See you later, people. Big up the chat, man. Everybody, take care.
Everyone in the chat, Kenny, all that. Goodbye to you all. And what shall I leave you with? Let's see. Let me have a little look. Let me have a little look what I'm going to leave you with. Let's see. Oh, what have I got? What have I got? Well, it's going to leave you. Anyway, I'll leave you with my little nice Japanese man. I'll leave you with my Japanese man.